Strikers have miscued the shot when it was important maybe to strike a good one, but it's interesting that we're getting back into their box and we have created a problem or two for them.
Very encouraging signs for the Scots. The strikers getting some chances suddenly. Clish made that tackle on Lakatush. Back with Popescu, who's a Gary Gillespie lookalike at the back for Romania. There's Sandoy. Popescu again. This is Petrescu. Star Bucharest player. Cross it goes again to Sandoy. Popescu springing himself from that defensive beat to link in midfield. The Scots working very hard, marking very tightly in the middle of the field. Not always apparent from the pictures on your screen, but there aren't many options available to the Romanian defenders in the middle of the field, and that's a tribute to the Scottish marking. That little flick on from Lakatush doesn't reach Mathiot. Irvin playing the ball straight out and apologising, you could see there, to Alec McLeish, his club mate at Aberdeen, who'll be talking him through his first international, I've no doubt. Here's Lupescu. Now Popescu, that's cut off by McStay. And a misunderstanding there, McLeod catching McCloyst on his heels, and Lakatush is the player caught offside as the Scots push forward towards the halfway line. The referee still not happy with the positioning of the free kick. He's insisting that Alec McLeish takes the ball right across towards the touchline. And now Malpass plays it short to McLeish. Well, these high balls really not what John Robertson wants, unless they're chipped in short to arrive around the area of his chest. Well, the free kick given there against McLeish. He's certainly not happy about that. There's Hadji. No black lift at all with that left foot, but tremendous power as he flights the ball to the far side. Well, in fairness, while the Romanians have enjoyed a lot of possession and shown tremendous passing ability, Andy Gorham hasn't been troubled too often. One tremendous strike from Hadji he had to save, but that apart, his principal task is to pick the ball out of the net when Kamataru scored. A reminder, Romania lead by 1-0. Hadji, the Real Madrid midfield player, looking very composed. Sandoy plays it across. Here's Hadji. The driven ball finds Petrescu. Look at the way he controls that on the run. It was well read by Malpass, but not by Lakatush. Good play by McLeish. And by Malpass. Instead took his eye off that. He was trying to use Robert Connor, but Rotario intercepted. Here's Popescu again. And Hadji. Releasing the ball early again. Irvin made the tackle. Mathiot finds Lakatush. Headed away by McKimmie. Again deflected, it came into the penalty area from Klein. Hadji to Lakatush. He may head for the byline here against McLeish. Well, the second attempt, he does that. Back it goes to Petrescu. Good forceful running. And across too long, allowing McAllister to pick it up for Scotland. Only two men up, Robertson and McCoist. And once again, pass is pitched much too long for John Robertson. Rotario back. Lupescu. Hadji again dropping deep on the right. Scotland persisting with their zonal approach. No man marking here. Hadji didn't appear to have much contact there from Malpass. He really does have an immense turn of pace. He changes pace brilliantly, Billy.
He's got this little burst. He's very explosive in those situations. I think he made and created that foul, to be honest with you. But at the moment we're having difficulty because their two up front are not playing through the middle, they're playing off, they're playing into the channels, and Hadji's coming in one side, Klein's prepared to push down the other side, and they're keeping the game very, very wide, and with the good quality of the passing, they're making life very, very difficult for us.
So across it goes to the middle of the field again, where Otario is the busy, scuttling little figure in that area. Hadji looking for Otario, a good play there by McLeod. But the Scottish midfield players too busy in a spoiling role at the moment. They're not able to get a hold of the ball and put their own passes together. Here's Hadji. Oh, time for the tricks now. Well, it didn't come off, but the Scottish fans enjoyed that little bit of skill from Hadji. Certainly not difficult on this performance to see how Romania got the better of Russia in Moscow at the end of last month, a 2-1 victory in Moscow. Here's Lakatush, first time effort. He was away from McLeish. Just as well for Scotland, Gorham was so well positioned, but Lakatush showing his menace again. The Scottish defence breached by one excellent pass. Well, another moment of anxiety for the Scottish defence, which passes as Gorham makes the save. Well, the alarming aspect of this move is the fact that one long pass there gets beyond Narek McLeish. The first time volley from Lakatush, he was stretching as he went for that, and that was fortunate for Scotland.
It was a marvellous pass job, but you see the difficulty the two centre halves have got, because Lakatush just peeled off from Alec McLeish. He span into that bit of space and wasn't far away from scoring.
Two Romanian strikers making it difficult for the Scots to mark them. That's their task, is to position themselves between one central defender and one fullback, leaving some doubt among the Scottish defenders as to who should go and pick up. So it's the Romanians again, and they really have put on a very impressive display. The Scots are finding it very difficult indeed to cope at the moment. Petrescu taking his eye off that, allowing the ball to run for the throw. Here's Maurice Malpass. Needs some movement. Gets it inevitably from McCoist up front. Hadji picks it up for Sandoy. Here's Popescu. And now Lupescu. There's Hadji. A superb pass again, testing the pace there of McAllister, who did very well matching the run made by Klein, and it's Klein who's penalised. Well, McAllister not renowned for his defensive qualities, better known as a creative player, but he did very well defensively there, matching a very long run from Klein to reach that superb pass from Hadji. Lupescu lofting it forward. Irvin Bill beneath that. There's McKimmie, and now McAllister. Good piece of skill there, but he was crowded out in the end, Gary McAllister. Always someone available wide for Romania. This time it is Dan Petrescu. So many youngsters in this Romanian side. Petrescu is just 22 years old. He was capped after only 8 league games for Steaua Bucharest. The creator, of course, of the opening goal. McLeish down to Irvin. Here's McLeish again. Malpass makes an angle on the left. Well, the Scots badly need the boost, which only a goal, I think, could provide. There goes Robertson. Stopped very confidently there by Lupescu. Cloud did well to win that. Here's Paul McStay. Appeared to be fouled from the rear there by Kamataru, who had gone back to help in midfield. There's McAllister and McLeish. McStay takes over. McLeod makes himself available. Over on the far side is McKimmie. The Scottish fullbacks again pushing forward. Good running by McKimmie. McAllister lofting it in, looking for McCoy. There's Robertson! The equaliser for Scotland! Robertson scores in his international debut. And that was a goal of great quality, bringing to life these worried Scottish fans. It was Stuart McKinney who did the hard work initially. Fine creative play coming forward. Forced there to play back. Look at the skill here from Gary McAllister. McCoy gets up so well, and there's John Robertson at his best.
Marvellous goal, Jock. Stuart McKinney does very, very well. Touches it back here to Gary McAllister. Chips a lovely little ball in. Alan McCoy does so well to get up there, and there's John Robertson doing the thing that he does so well inside the box. Just poking out a foot and putting the ball in the net. It makes life an awful lot more interesting and a bit more exciting.
Well, reward there for the Scots for the diligence they've displayed against the top quality side in Romania. One each now, and John Robertson totally elated as he scores his debut. And just listen to the Scottish supporters now, belying their small numbers. It will be very interesting to see the official crowd. But John Robertson, a renowned goal snatcher, a penalty box player, and proving it conclusively with that superb goal. An alarming moment there, as that header was delivered by Sandoy, who made the run, but he was closely marked all the way. Stuart McKinney again doing a good marking job. Quick corner kick. Here's Hadji. And that's a tremendous cross into the 6-yard box. Maurice Malpass judging it well, and I'm sure that ball was swerving as it raced into the box. Well, the menace from these set pieces when Hadji is involved is immense. So there's Hadji. Scots will require to be alert again, right under the crossbar. Well, it's not only the fact that Gorham can catch that so cleanly, but it's the fact that he does it so confidently, Billy, that makes such a difference to the defence.
Well, it certainly takes a little bit of pressure off us, because I think you're always susceptible to losing goal immediately after you've scored, and we almost lost one there, but he's taken the pressure off us. He caught the ball cleanly. He's given his defenders confidence to know that he can do that.
Well, the Scotland coach Andy Roxburgh has expressed his concern historically about Scotland immediately after they score a goal. Sometimes there can be a lapse in concentration, so it's vital now that the Scots settle in here. They should be greatly encouraged by the fact that they are level against a very good side, and there's no question that that was a foul by McLeod on Hadji. Well, McLeod back in a Scottish jersey for the first time since he was withdrawn from the Stadio delle Alpi in Turin in the World Cup, completely concussed after taking the full brunt of a Branco free kick for Brazil in his head. Here's Robert Connor, who's had a quiet match, but he's doing some good marking work in the middle of the field. It's Connor again looking for Robertson through the middle. Rotario getting back. There's Popescu. Rotario helps it on. This is Kamataru. There's Georgi Hadji, who appears to have recovered from the knock he took from Murdo McLeod. Diligent work again by McStay. Here's Petrescu, the creator of the Romanian goal. It's back now with Lupescu. Delightful little flick forward there with the outside of the right boot, but the Scottish defence again working hard. Well, that's a high ball which Robertson really shouldn't be able to win. Robertson looking for McCoy. Can he control this on the run? Sandoy did well. Here's Connor. Malpass trying to get forward. Petrescu turned it out. He didn't think so. Malpass asking why the referee wasn't considering a free kick for dangerous play. Normally it might have been given in Europe. Here's Malpass with the throw. McCoy and Connor trying to provide options. McCoist and Connor made their international debuts together in Eindhoven in a match against Holland back in 1986. Here's Connor again. The layoff from McCoist to find McStay. The control not quite good enough at pace. Lakatush to Hadji. A bit of wrestling going on there involving Lakatush and Malpas, but I think the free kick goes to Scotland. Yes, Lakatush was penalised. Here's Connor. McAllister making a late run into the box. That was picked out by Connor, but the Romanian defence equal to the task. Here's Brian Irvin. Well, a careless ball. That's not Irvin's greatest quality, coming forward with the ball at his feet. Here's Hadji. Well, no better than Irvin's pass. And Hadji certainly is supposed to have more ability in that position. Hadji and McStay together. Here's McKimmie intruding again. And McAllister trying to knock that neatly past his man. It didn't come off, and here's Hadji in space. McLeod spots the danger and gets back quickly for Scotland. The offside flag is up. Klein looks across towards the linesman. No hesitation about the flag going up, though. So the free kick just outside the penalty area. Headed away there by Popescu. Gary McAllister took a knock there, challenging Klein. The ball is out of play, and the referee may now allow attention for Gary McAllister. Well, the signs for a long period in that first half, Billy, were ominous for Scotland, but it has been an excellent, spirited fight back.
It certainly has, and they've had to work hard to achieve it, but I think they're having difficulty with the three-at-the-back system that they're employing just now, the Romanians. It's different from what they played in the World Cup, and I think they're just having a little bit of difficulty adjusting to it. Having said that, it's a real Scottish spirit that's got us back into the game. We've had to go and fight for the ball, we've had to go and battle for it in that box. And all credit to Alan McCoist and John Robertson. When they got the opportunity, they combined magnificently to create a goal.
So the damage inflicted in the face of Gary McAllister has resulted in a loss of blood, and that's why the referee is allowing plenty of time for Hugh Allen to repair the damage. We are in the final minute of the first half, so McAllister can be properly patched up very shortly. Well, it's that crucial closing minute of the first half when any strike would be so important. Scotland keeping the play in the Romanian half. The Romanians haven't responded with such confidence to the goal scored by Scotland. Ari McCoist easing Sandoy off the ball when it was in the air. It was well spotted by the referee, and McCoist offers no complaint. He knows he was leaning into his man illegally. A short free kick. Well, it's been an international first half, full of interest and a lot of quality on display, particularly creatively from the Romanians. Vada McLeod again making a Romanian hurry. That's a fine pass from McAllister. Here's Connor. The last minute of the first half, and Scotland looking for another goal. It was Ari McCoist with a flying header. He was hopping for a deflection there. But this is when Gary McAllister did his best, when he's allowed to release first time early passes like this. Playing with lots of quality to Connor. It was indeed the last attack of the first half. McCoist's header going wide. Applause for the Scots, and the Spanish referee sends them off. And John Robertson is the Scotsman who has produced that scoreline, which is a little more optimistic than we'd any right to expect midway through a first half which was dominated early by the Romanians. But this is what changed the pattern of the game. McAllister's chip, McCoist's header, and a deadly finish from John Robertson. So at half-time, still lots of optimism inside the stadium here to set something up on the far side with Lakatush and Mathiut making progress, but Robert Connor did a good job in defence. Here's Lupescu. Now Hadji. Excellent control there by Petrescu. Petrescu again. This is Lakatouche testing the pace of McLeish. Stretched in well. Well, that's believed to be the vulnerable aspect of Alec McLeish, his speed on the turn, but he certainly matched Lakatouche well there. His experience generally allows him to avoid being in that position. So every Scotsman back inside the 18-yard box to face this Hadji corner kick.
Get there, go!
Back in by Klein, it's away by Connor. Now Lupescu. Played across there by Klein. This is Petrescu. Remains again enjoying a lot of touches in the ball. It's McKimmie putting the pressure on. And Hadji is equal to that. He's been through that many times before. This is Mathiot. He has Klein in lots of space on the left. Top-class goalkeeping once again from Andy Gorham. Swooping in that ball, sticking to him like glue. There's McAllister. Now McCoy. Robertson's free on the left. The Scots now require midfield players to support. McCoy's the only man up front. That's why McAllister has slowed things down for McStay. Here's McAllister. Good running by Malpass, allowing Connor to take possession. Ball is still in play, and it's turned away in the end there by Sandoy. Connor's cross a little bit too long. Here's McLeod. Connor was calling for that in the box. And McCoist is perfectly happy to accept the throw. Well, the Romanian defence has shown itself to be a little bit unhappy when the ball's coming across from the flanks. Delicate ball forward there by McAllister, looking for McCoist. It was Popescu who turned it away. Cloud safely back to McLeish, who took no chances at all. Gorham rejects the offer made by Malpass for a throw out to the far side. Prefers to get the ball back inside the Romanian half. Instant control from Hadji. Klein forward. Kamataru escaping the clutches of Irvin. McKimmie using his pace to get back. And Hadji very unhappy with that pass by Kamataru. Top two Romanian goal scorers. Failing to combine on that occasion. Nodded down very well indeed by Popescu. He picked out Klein quite carefully with that. Kamataru rather, eased off that by McKimmie. Here's Alec McLeish. Connor getting up for that. Breaks for Robertson. There goes Connor. Almost a misunderstanding there in the Romanian defence. Forward comes McLeish. Target there was McCoist. Lupescu heading clear. It's a good header by Mathiot. Lakatouche forwarded now by Mathiot. Lakatouche again. The extra man, Petrescu. And Gorham goes down on his feet. The Romanians think that the forward was held. Mathiot right in the thick of that with Petrescu, but it was good goalkeeping in the end, and Brian Irvin standing his ground well for Scotland. Here was Lakatouche. Playing the ball there for Petrescu. Inside was Mathiot and Petrescu, and Gorham settled the argument. So the Romanians creating again. Offside flag up on the far side against Lakatouche. Well, the Scots trying very hard to take a grip of the match, Billy.
Yes, we've started the second half very well in actual fact, but just a little worrying aspect that Lakatouche has taken it upon himself to make an impact this half. We didn't see a lot of him in the first half. He certainly set up the goal for Romania, but he now looks as though he's prepared to run in behind. And with his pace and with his ability, he could cause a lot of problems.
Irvin now chasing Hadji. It's only one chance for this tackle, and he took it. dead if he'd missed that on that occasion, Brian Irvin, but it really was a well-timed challenge. There's Klein. Popescu. Oh, that's fine play by Popescu. Well read by Malpas. The Romanians have possession again with Lupescu. You just joined us. Scoreline: Romania 1, Scotland 1. There's Klein. In comes McLeish again. That's a careless clearance though. McLeish more decisive that time. The bounce of the ball beats John Robertson. Fine play again by Hadji. Look at the way he picks out his man on the far side. Malpas is becoming alert to that crossfield pass though. There's Connor towards McCoist. Stolen away there by Sandoy. Petrescu stepped inside Connor brilliantly there, and Connor caught him on the way. Connor expressing his dissatisfaction about the fact that the free kick was given, but it did appear to be a foul. Pumped forward by Rotariu, who's been quieter too in the second half. Dominant figure in the opening 20 minutes, Rotariu, in midfield for Romania. Brian Irvin will turn this back safely. And Gorham again, always preferring the long clearance from hand. Drop kick, getting lots of distance. Not much prospect of McCoist and Robertson winning these. Well, that appeared to be a push by Kamataru. The referee saw nothing wrong with that. Using his strength, leaning into Irvin. Hadji with the cross. Beautifully controlled by Malpas. With his debut 6 years ago in Marseille against France. Robertson did well with that neat little flick. McAllister trying to get there, just beaten to the ball narrowly by Lothario. Popescu. Rotario. So some singing again from the Scottish supporters. They realise that Scotland are playing top-class opposition with a thoroughly depleted side from Andy Roxburgh's original plans, but still the scoreline is all square at 1 apiece. Romanians come forward patiently again. It's beyond their attempt to go beyond Malpas. Here's Lakatush. Taken from the rear by Malpas, and I fancy this will be the first yellow card of the match. No, it's Murdo McLeod who's in trouble. McLeod is the player booked, and Lakatush is the player injured. Now McLeod coming to the rescue of Maurice Malpas as he saw it. Well, let's see this again to see the ferocity there of the challenge. Well, McLeod and Malpas both making challenges, but it was the original one from McLeod which upset the Spanish referee.
It's not the ideal place to give away fouls, because with Hadji's left foot he's liable to do something spectacular from this distance, and it's a pity because, you know, Scotland have really got at them a bit, and we can't say it's quality or classy, but they've